host, Paul Wilson. Yes, we're live now on YouTube as well. So once again, Shabbat Shalom to one and all. Welcome to Truth Seekers presented by Hallelujah Ambassadors, sponsored by Carl Joe. And as we are Truth Seekers, we do truth over tradition. We seek truth over tradition. So that's what we do on this live program. I'm your host, Paul Wilson, and I'm here with Elder Wilson in the building.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yes, just want to welcome one and all. Hope everyone had a good week so far. And as we welcome the Sabbath and have a Sabbath rest, we give you thanks for spending our lives through another week.
Sure.
So before we go any further, we just want to have an opening prayer. Elder Wilson.
Let's pray. Our Heavenly Father, Yahuwah, we give you thanks for sparing our lives and allowing us another wonderful privilege to be on this platform one more time. Father, we thank you for life, for all the blessings that you have bestowed upon us, for more so for your Son, Yahushua HaMashiach, who you have sent to die in our stead. As we come tonight, Father, and seeking for truth, we pray that your set apart spirit will be with us to enlighten us, to teach us, to guide us in your path of truth. As we seek for your kingdom, dear Father, and the way to your kingdom, we know Yahushua Mashiach have declared, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one cometh unto the Father but by me. Father, I pray that as we come tonight, more and more of your truth will be revealed. Bless our listeners, Father, and that they too will be enlightened from our discussions tonight and hereafter as we continue to seek how to please you and to be a part of your eternal kingdom. Bless us, guide, and protect, I ask again, in Yahushua's name. Amen.
Amen. So, we are in the carnival season. Last week we was touching on carnival. Last week topic was about carnival, and we were discussing the carnival topic, talking about how if believers should be able to participate and what level and how we accept invitations and those stuff. But before we go further into this week's topic, welcome, Brother Joel.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
Yes, highlights, lowlights of the week.
A normal week for me. Was nothing special. Well, today's 1st of May, May Day. I was looking to that holiday where, there were some labor laws that were enacted for this day, 1st of May, especially when it comes to the 8-hour work week. And although the celebration seems to have a history longer than the labor influences, but yeah, today is the 1st of May, and we are here giving thanks and praise to the Most High.
Hallelujah. Yes, Brother Joel.
Well, my week has been good. Went by fast, I think. Yeah. But thank you for life. Thank you for all his provision, just being grateful for everything. What surprised me? Well, all the craziness in the world still going on, and a couple weeks ago when I didn't get to come in, I saw that Malema, one of South African leaders, went to prison That was another shocking thing. Well, it's kind of his fault, but they're overdoing his prison time. Um, but yeah, it's just crazy stuff going on in the world nonstop. But yeah, we just have to seek peace from above through all of it, no matter what's going on in the world. Put Yah first and yes, seek his peace. And you, brother Paul, how was your week?
It was okay. Quite a busy one for me still, but it's a good one. Um, it the okay. What happened this week in St. Martin was
Oh, yeah.
the influencer, the online influencer who was passing through
Mhm.
the island, and to see how the children on the after island was flocking behind him and screaming his name and all this is, and then on top of that you have the 53 million viewers who were following the live stream around the world. It's just amazing how people can follow behind one young man like that. And so
So that's how it used to be when Yahusha used to be coming through town. And then the scribes and Pharisees like, look at him. Look at him just showing off.
yeah, yeah, that's the thing. So that's what we but you'll have to make the question now. If Yahusha was here today, would that be the same following?
Well, if he doing the miracles and well, he would be doing the miracles and stuff. So yes, you would get the same following, I guess. Well, if you have a social media page.
yeah. Well, but yeah, it's just amazing to see how that went down, and the children were excited to see him. But what I also appreciated is that he took the time out when he can, when he noticed that a child is doing something outrageous or silly. He took the time to explain to them what you did there. Don't do that. No matter who you meet, you don't give up your watch. Give up your watch because somebody tells you to give it to them. You don't throw your phone away just like that. So
Mm,
he took the time out to correct them where they were being too silly.
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, but it's also just amazing how yeah you have that kind of following and people follow him. But we just hope that while they will be looking at his entertainment and stuff. I also hope that they also follow Yahusha, find Yahusha and follow his word, search the scripture, seek the truth, and to worship him in spirit and in truth.
Don't worry, Truth Seekers could have 53 million views, followers.
Soon enough, soon enough.
Yeah.
Yes. Humble beginnings.
Mhm.
So, but for this week, another highlight. Well, I was just saying, last week Lisa tried to put me on the spot about my team. My team still in a positive place. So still looking forward to the end of the season. Yes. I know you were also a part of that too.
Mhm.
Anyways, so but for this week now we want to discuss creation
Mhm.
and versus the Big Bang Theory and evolution.
Mhm.
So we have the creation story from Genesis chapter 1, and also in the book of Enoch, we also have the creation story in the book of Enoch. And then we also have science telling us about the Big Bang Theory and how the earth evolved
Mhm.
over time through matter and gas and reaction and those stuff. So which is which? Which one is it?
So,
Is it one or the other, or is there, or would you consider that there is a combination?
so I say there was a Big Bang, but caused by whom?
So you're saying there's a combination. It's not one or the other.
It was, and yeah, said um, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Big Bang. Everything just came out of nothing. So if you have something coming out of a vacuum, because wherever there's nothing, there's basically a vacuum, and you have something being created, it would cause a Big Bang.
So, but what the scientists would say is energy, the energy spark.
Yeah, but scientists would also say energy can neither be created nor lost
Or destroyed.
nor destroyed. It simply moves from one form to another, according to them.
Yeah, so that's but still
According to them.
so the energy is what
So the only
spark.
so that's why they can't understand God, because they're it is saying that energy or something or matter came out of non-matter.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, you wanted to share?
Well, I am a firm believer in the creation story. And what I find interesting is that in both the evolution theory and the creation theory, both have a beginning.
Mhm.
So, like Brother Joel just asked, Big Bang by who? The fact that we can all agree that there was a beginning is just the explanations as to the procedures that follow, how things proceeded from that beginning, that really says how or who was in control. I believe the problem that the scientists have is that they still cannot explain who is in control.
Mhm.
But the Bible tells us who is in control.
Yeah, how it all got created, how it went from one point to the next.
Right. So we can see the process from the creation story. And this is what makes the Bible such an interesting book, because the records that it bears, it testifies that there is a creator, there's an intelligent design, and things just didn't happen randomly. It doesn't really speak to mankind, especially, and all the creation of that is on the earth, that they did not just evolve. As my question for evolution is why does the process stop?
But evolutionists would have a response to that, actually, because um once species, well, you mean the other species, why they stop?
But if human,
Well, their response would be that humans basically have the ability to do what they want. So you change when you're not able to do what you want to do. So like, let's say you're a fish and you're trying to breathe on land. You can't breathe on land if you're just using your gills. Or let's say you're a lizard on land and you're going into the water. You can't breathe underwater because you're a lizard, you use your nose. Then you develop gills because you want to breathe inside the water. So that's changing because of where you are compared to if I just try to explain based on what they think, But if you're on land and you have no need for an extra finger or extra hand to stand up properly, then you probably won't change and have an extra toe or whatever.
So basically, adaptation then.
So
Adaptation to the surroundings.
you're adapting to your surrounding based on your needs.
Okay. You're saying that is still going on now to this day.
No, what it says that we are accomplishing all that we need, so we don't need to adapt any further. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, so that would be a reasonable reason why the
The human species stop evolving.
stop evolving, because even different people living in different places might have different nasal structure or based on the high elevation that they're living to help their breathing.
Okay, I could go along with that, but still I would tell you it's intelligent design, because he who creates the body designed it in such a way that it can adapt to different climatic conditions.
Yeah.
But to say that man was coming from a monkey and the process evolved until we come from the four-footed to now we can walk on 2 feet. That
Mhm.
process is what I ask, why does it stop? Why we don't keep
So the
evolving?
question would be more why the other monkeys decide not to
not to
Evolve.
evolve,
not to follow suit.
not to follow suit. Why we have enough humans walking on 2 feet that we don't need more. Anyway, when you cannot accept what was revealed to the prophets, then you'll have to look for other explanation. And a lot of different people have different explanation as to why we are here. The big question which we're all trying to understand, why we are here, what is our purpose, where are we going?
Mhm. So why are we here?
Because we were created by God
Mhm.
and from the dust of the earth, and we are here to fulfill his purpose for which he have created us. One is to worship him. A lot of people don't like to hear that we were created to worship, but yes, that is one, to give him praise, to worship him. And we're also left as stewards of the creation to take care of everything else that was created.
Mhm.
Yep. But
You have to cut the nights.
there was a
Hmm?
sorry, there was a question about the question I asked earlier, right? I know, sorry about the background noise. But I asked a question earlier. Is it a
Something on the
combination of
screen.
the two? Is it a combination of the two, or is it just is it either or? So it's either creation story or a combination of the Big Bang Theory and creation. Like Brother Joe was alluding to it, like what caused the spark, what caused the energy.
The Big Bang in the first place.
Yes. So Brother Joe was along the line that it's a combination of the two.
You know, I didn't follow up, and you know about the CERN, where
No.
the huh?
The CERN?
Yes,
No.
where the experiment that they're doing to try to split the atom.
No.
No, I haven't heard about that.
I've heard about the CERN. Okay.
But if If you can explain it, you can.
No, I can't really explain it because I
Ah.
don't know how far they reach. They're trying to get it to a speed where they can try to explain the Big Bang there or to reproduce that Big Bang thing. It's in a tunnel. I think it's in Switzerland, if I'm not mistaken. CERN.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But they're trying to recreate a Big Bang, trying to.
Shabbat Shalom, Brother Ian. Welcome.
So what they expect to
Shabbat Shalom, Brother Ian.
Shabbat Shalom. So what they expect to come when they do their Big Bang?
No, it's just to split the atom to see
To show multiplication,
how things was from
multiply.
the beginning.
Okay, that's an interesting point. Yep. With creation, we have the creation story. Where it say, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, and it said what He did on the first day, what He did on the second day, and so on and so forth. Till the sixth day, He created man.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, with evolution, it is said. So if you follow the Bible account, then mankind will be just 6,000 years old,
Mm-hmm.
more or less, right?
Yeah.
And then, so what about now when we finding bones and they're saying that these bones belongs to dinosaurs or animals or creatures that were 1,000,000 years old and whatnot? How does that come into your understanding of creation? If these bones existed over 1,000,000 years and we have mankind, humans, according to Bible, humans from Adam till now will be just about 6,000 years.
So
How does that make sense or
so
coincide?
so what they're doing, they're trying to date things based on how old they look.
You mean the
Yeah.
carbon dating?
Carbon dated.
Carbon dating.
Yeah. But then they will end up proving their own things wrong when they end up seeing things that still supposed to be 6 million years old, and then they're like, oh, but this tissue is still soft. How is this tissue inside it still soft, and it's supposed to be 6 million years old or 10 million years old? Like they find different animals and different things that they're dating very old, and then the tissue inside is still soft, and then they're like, something is wrong. But a problem that they're having is that when there is like rapid cooling or rapid heat in above the earth or wherever the environment, then there will be the petrification of the item, of the animal or whatever they're checking, could happen really, really fast. So instead of taking forever to happen, it could happen like this. So then this they would consider to take 10,000 years when it actually happened just like that.
So you're saying that the chemical reactions and everything could happen in 1 second, but it make it look like a 10,000 year old.
So the same
So you're
thing.
aging 10,000 years old.
So let's say like the production of oil is supposed to take X amount of time or like a long amount of time, but you can create oil in a lab using extra heat and these things, and you could do the same process of creating crude oil I'm talking about. So the same process that you could use of plants and animals and whatever, and to create the oil, you could speed up that process in a lab and create that same oil in a lab within your lifetime. The same thing that it's supposed to take
10,000 years.
So you understand? So this is the problem that they're facing. They're dating stuff based on the knowledge of
Carbon.
carbon. Yeah.
See?
Oh, Ella Wilson had this about
Yeah, read it from me.
the CERN is the European Organization for Nuclear Research, the world's largest particle physics laboratory, located on the France-Swiss border near Geneva. Founded in 1954, it uses massive particle accelerators, including the Large Hadron Collider, to study fundamental particles and the laws of nature. Purpose: to research the fundamental structure of matter and the universe. Yes, and other stuff. Um, the World Wide Web, invented at CERN by Tim Berners in 1989 to share information among scientists. Something that we did not know.
Say that again. The World Wide Web is what?
Invented at CERN by Tim Berners-Lee in 1989 to share information among scientists.
Oh,
Yeah.
but now it's so now everybody becomes scientists.
Yeah. So I'm a scientist.
Well, it's a web that you get caught into. There's so much to what's going on at the CERN that we have to be really critical about how what they're doing there and who is operating it. Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause, the other day I saw a video. They're trying to get a woolly mammoth. That a woolly mammoth, whatever they call it. So there's the big giant looking elephant with the trunk. What you watch the cartoon Ice Age?
Yes.
Yeah, the woolly mammoth. Yeah, the big one.
Mhm.
So they're trying to recreate that using crossing the DNA of one of those with an elephant to recreate that animal.
That animal.
Okay.
Okay.
So what we have seen the scientists have been doing now with both plants and animals is that they've been modifying
Mhm.
things. So with this genetic modification, we see different varieties of things, but they can only work with the matter which they have found. They cannot create anything new. There's only one creator
Mhm.
who have created all things, and he has declared it in his word to his prophets, to Moses, that he is the creator. He have declared it to Isaiah. He is the one and only creator. There's no one else besides him. And upon that word, we stand that all that the scientists are doing today is to use matter, which they have found on the earth, which is created by God, and they're trying to find out how these things come to be, rather than just accepting that there is a creator that creates them and that creator is to be worshipped, is to be praised, is you need to obey his instructions if you want to live.
Mhm.
Right? Because there's the life that he gives us, it can be through eternity if we live according to his instructions.
Okay.
We can live forever. Just recognizing who is. Look at Genesis chapter 1 and see how he designed the plants. Verse 11, God said, "Let the earth yield grass, herbs, yielding seeds, and fruit trees bearing fruit after their kind, with their seeds in it, on the earth, and it was so. The earth yielded grass, herbs yielding seed after their kind, and trees bearing fruit with their seeds in it after their kind. And God saw that it was good. There was evening and there was morning, a third day. Oh, switch. That wasn't the King James, sorry. But the King James it's not much different. So what we know is that from this reading is that God created the plants with the seeds in it, which is for the propagation, for the continuing of the that species of plant, for it to continue to propagate. Not a big bang splitting one tree into many trees, but it was created with seeds that would reproduce
Not the Big
that
Bang.
particular plant.
Oh, the Big Bang didn't say one tree split into many trees. You
No,
know?
no, it didn't say that, but as far as they are concerned, everything starts with that big bang.
But what
And-
about the point where they have that the Big Bang says like the universe started like at one central point and is continually like spreading apart? What about that? So like it's continually getting bigger.
The universe,
Mm-hmm.
and I hear another term now, the multiverse, because there's so many other
Possible.
stars that they're finding now, so many other planets out there that, yes, this is what they're seeing as expanding, because the bigger the telescopes that they make is the more they're seeing. Right?
No, but
Galaxies and
besides that, they say like it's like going apart, like however slowly or however fast is like pulling apart.
What is going apart?
The universe,
the
like
universe.
it's getting
So it's expanding.
yeah.
Okay.
And they have proof. So you mean like the sun is going further from the earth,
The Earth is going further from the sun because the sun is in the middle.
or the earth going further from the sun?
Depends on what you believe. Depends on what you believe, brother.
Okay, so yes, there's a theory out there about the flat Earth, and yes, I understand what you're saying, Joel. But
Oh.
in the theory that we receive about the Earth rotating around the sun, in that theory, that is what you're referring to when you're saying it could be, when it's saying expanding, the Earth could be moving away from the sun. Is that
Yeah, like something like that.
Yes,
Okay.
but the most important thing that I find that we have to look at is life, both plant and animal life, which continues
Mm-hmm.
from the time of creation, and how these things continue to reproduce because God made them so. For both plants and animals, so mankind, it said, multiply and replenish the earth. Right?
Mm.
So those instructions, you see, have been carried out by all of his creation. The process continues.
so? I have a question now. To come back to this creation and Big Bang and all of these things, right? So when you just mentioned about the carbon dated, the way they date or tell how old these things are, you use the carbon dated thing, right? Now, it begs the question: do you believe in dinosaurs?
Yeah.
So were dinosaurs around in the time with humankind?
I believe so.
Before the flood or
May-
after?
Maybe even after the flood.
So even after the flood.
But that
so
species disappear.
So we're talking about 4,000 years ago. and now that species is non-existent.
Yeah, they could die out, or they could be. Remember, they have animals that even today are going extinct, whether because of humans hunting them, or like what you were saying about natural selection, where you you adapt because of thing. They die. Human beings adapt. Where they were saying human beings adapt because they needed to have 5 fingers or whatever. Where the dinosaur was unable to adapt to its surrounding. So whether it was a meat eater or a vegetable eater, and there wasn't enough meat or enough vegetables, and so it died.
But even today, we are meat eaters and vegetable eaters, and it be not extinct.
No, but I'm not. That's what I'm saying.
No,
There
but there
are
are some
animals.
species that are going extinct.
There are animals right now today that are going extinct.
You have them as special protected.
You know who does not go extinct? Mosquitoes.
Dangerous.
Shabbat Shalom, Sebastian.
Yeah.
We're looking forward for you to you being in the studio tonight, but we
Yeah.
understand.
Traffic out there is terrible. I understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
But okay, so you're saying that they become extinct just as today in now today's day and age, other animals are being
Yeah, because
becoming extinct or even being put in under protection
Yeah.
by government, by different foundations and stuff to preserve their existence.
yeah,
But
'cause
even they're also even finding new species as we
exactly. They
speak as
still
well.
find new species. We don't know all the animals in the Amazon. The Bible mentions of the behemoth. What is the behemoth? What kind of animal? What size? You know,
Mm.
that's the great animal that the Bible speaks about, the behemoth. It could be that he was talking about a dinosaur, or it could be
But there's a dinosaur that could
Or it could be something
exist
from under the
underwater.
earth,
Could behemoth is the one that was under the water. Eh?
under the water,
yeah. So
Yeah.
under the demons.
so right now, right? Um, the other day they well not the other day, but they put a tracker on a shark, and so the tracker was on the shark, and then and then the shark just took like this big deep dive, and the temperature on the shark just raised rapidly underneath the water, and yeah, only thing they just got back the tag from the shark. Yeah, so they they like tag the animals in the water, right? They took
so the
one shot,
tracker.
and imagine whatever it is, just took the shark, a big shark,
Mm.
and took him down like more than 100 feet,
Mm.
and killed him, and just sent back up the tag.
Just the tag.
Well, the tag,
What was the tracker?
the tag washed up on this the tracker.
The tracker is the tag. Okay.
Is the tag.
Yeah, yeah.
It washed up on the sea, and they
Yeah.
found it, and they checked it, and it was like,
This is what we send down.
what killed this?
Yeah.
So like we don't know. The ocean has a lot. They say man knows more about the moon than the ocean. So yeah, the ocean is really uncharted territory. We don't know what's down there.
Yes, and the more they find is just the more the greater my God is. It just show how great he is. So the more they search, the more they find out. As the Bible tell you that his ways are past finding out.
Yeah, because
He is unsearchable.
even when you think you are living somewhere, so right now there could be a whole other ecosystem below your foot. So like they found in China where they had a sinkhole occurred, and there was a whole big opening, and there are plants and animals and everything surviving underground. And sometimes they have the world is just such a unique place, and there's so many amazing things. They have this thing where they have this like a cave, and they throw dye inside of it, they throw balls inside of it, the water goes in the cave and never comes back out.
Whatever they put in the cave.
Whatever they put in the cave goes in, never resurfaces.
Okay.
But normally you're supposed to think all waters lead to the sea. But where does this water go? It just goes in. There's no they're throwing that dye into the water so that if it comes back up anywhere, they would find it does not come back up anywhere. So
Yeah,
there's
so now you when you mention those things now, you see now these recent TV shows and movies, it is showing stuff about time traveling and these portals and stuff like that. You making it sound like these portals are true?
ask Enoch.
Welcome, Mario. Good night. Shabbat shalom. In the mic, in the mic.
Yeah.
Sorry. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Yeah. So we were
Good night,
we're talking
welcome.
about creation versus Big Bang Theory and evolution. Right? So what's your thoughts on that?
And whether the earth is flat or not.
Well,
Oh,
maybe say
no,
no. We're not there yet. Not there yet. That's another topic all by itself.
My thoughts. I think it's maybe a little bit obvious that I don't believe or support the whole Big Bang theory. Even let's say, well, I don't like to use this statement, but let's taking God out of it. Even if, for example, I was not a Christian, I was not a believer, to me, the Big Bang theory still it doesn't make sense.
You
to
got some
me.
flaws.
Yeah, I don't. It still doesn't make sense to me because they're saying it from what I searched to see what exactly the theory is and how they think the world came to be. Even if you take it down to the very atom, they say that was just there, and then who created that?
It was just there.
But how can something just be there? Somebody have to
Energy.
put it there. How can
Energy.
energy just be there? It to me.
But
it
even to
just-
this day, energy, as was said earlier by Brother Joel and Eloise, what is it? Energy can be
Created.
Created.
Can be
nor
or
destroyed. So
Only change from one form
That's-
to another.
that's what it is.
according to science. Yeah.
That's what it is, energy. But okay, this is what I do. I would say that even though okay, when they want to use energy as a definition as to the spark,
Mhm.
I'm saying that energy is Yahuwah, the beginning, the spark. He start everything. So that's just my understanding, because some people would even explain further to say you have positive energy and you have negative energy. And then whichever energy you feed, that is what you're going to get at the end result. So, and that energy is always constant in the world. In every situation, you're positive, negative, and whichever one you feed is what you're going to get a result of. So, if that's the source, and then you're saying, okay, when you think about the knowledge of good and evil, the positive and the negative, where that comes from. So it's still, it's not denouncing or not discrediting or not saying that God don't exist, but it's a misidentification then, in my opinion, to say that, okay, it's not God, but it's energy. But I would just say, well, God is the energy.
Mhm. 'Cause, okay, you know how they're saying that the world is made up of matter and this and that, right?
Mhm.
So we can go to Exodus chapter 33 and verse 18. It says, Then Moses said, Now show me your glory. Show me your glory. And the Lord said, I will cause all my goodness to pass in front of you, and I will proclaim my name, the Lord, in your presence. I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. But he said, You cannot see my face, for no one may see me and live. Then the Lord said, There is a place near me where you may stand on a rock. Where my glory passes by, I will put when my glory passes by, I will put you in a cleft in the rock and cover you with my hands until I have passed by. Then I will remove my hand and you will see my back, but my face must not be seen. Okay? So why I bring this up is that you see the word that we use, glory, in English, we always see. I mean, I always picture the glory being like that bright, what
A
The
halo.
halo.
the halo and all around you, right? So like, show me a glory. I think that, but what it really is. Let me see if I could find
Esteem.
So that's what you
Where you were reading from?
picture.
Exodus 33 and verse 18 going down. Let's see.
That's what you visualize when you hear the word glory.
Yeah, that's why I would think, yeah, but what it really means is
14, is it?
33 and verse 18.
18.
So in Hebrew, glory is
Yeah.
primarily translated as kavod, which literally means weight, heaviness, or substance. So now, what is matter?
Wait.
So weight. So
What word you got there for the Hebrew?
Covered.
covered.
Kabod.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So weight, like
Weight.
what is something
Not only
made
figuratively.
what is something made up of? So what is the matter that makes it up? So what makes up water? What makes up
Hydrogen, then 2 oxygen.
H2O? Yes. And so when Moses asked him to see his
His glory, his matter.
matter, to see what
feel-
he's made of.
Yeah.
So he allowed Moses to see what he's made of. So he's matter. He's what, yeah. Moses was allowed to see what he was made of the substance that created this whole
But
earth.
what do you think Moses saw? Because he hid him in the cleft of the rock, and then he passed to show him his back. What do you think he see? Some dirt, makeup up from a back. What
Moses never draw it.
matter?
Moses didn't draw it, so I don't know.
It's interesting.
No, when you hear the word glory,
Mm-hmm.
it comes from the Gloria, which is that halo, the reflection of the sun.
Mm-hmm. So that's why we automatically think that,
splendor. Yeah.
yeah, because
So-
whenever they're doing it in movie,
Because you always see that little and the
the-
angels singing that song.
yeah,
you see
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. You get that awe effect and
Mhm.
stuff, but
Uh-huh.
it's like actually like wait, like
No, that's why the other word that is used like in the scriptures 2009, you would say esteem.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Instead of glory. So yeah, it's the weight, but only figuratively. Once I just check the week here.
So just figuratively in a good sense. So yeah.
Yeah.
So biblical in reference to the impressive substance, splendor, or importance of God's presence, rather than just abstract fame. It signifies a tangible, respectable, and often overwhelming spiritual reality.
So you see, when you understand who God is, then it is not hard for you to explain the whole creation process, that he actually speak these things into being and he put them in motion for life to continue. Understand? So for the evolutionists, you'd ask the question, so which one come first, the chicken or the egg?
Hmm.
Mhm.
Which one? Which one come first?
That's,
Um,
that's opening a can of worms.
I always say the chicken.
According to the Bible, chicken.
Yeah, the chicken.
Okay, from a
To lay the
creation
egg.
point of view,
Yeah.
the chicken come first.
Mm-hmm.
Or
The
maybe you
chicken-
could say the egg. You
'cause
created the egg and then
he-
the egg.
He
cracked.
created the animals to reproduce,
Mm-hmm.
and the egg is the reproductive factor in the chicken. The egg is what it's used to reproduce the chicken. So the chicken would have to come first, and then the egg, a fertilized egg too. The seed have to be in it to fertilize it
For the chicken to come, for our next chicken to hatch.
for the next chicken to hatch. So, but for the evolutionists, it would more look like it could be the egg first, could be either one for them.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I would tell you, you can't get an egg without a chicken.
But then some people would say you can't get a chicken without an egg. Oh,
Yeah, you can't get a chicken without an egg.
Yeah, but with the
Wait.
with the creator, he create the chicken first, and then for all the animals and the birds, it says in Genesis chapter 1 for them to multiply.
Yes. All right, so we have come to the 9 o'clock hour. So I'm almost up for the video. Just want to thank our radio listeners for tuning in and listening to us. We are truth seekers. We seek truth over tradition. You know, the traditions of the world is there for we are taught in schools and everything, but now as we search the scriptures and uncover truth, we try to accept the truth and to serve Yah in spirit and in truth. 'Cause God is a spirit, and they that worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth. So we just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you to our sponsors. If you would like to sponsor this program, you can contact us via our Facebook page or even our YouTube page. You can always come on and send us a message,
We're looking
And-
for sponsors.
and you can sponsor this program. Thank you, Carl Joe, for sponsoring. And thank you for 97.1 Faith FM for having us on air. And we just wanted to, as lead ambassadors, we fellowship from Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can join us in fellowship, in worship, and we look forward to seeing you. You're always welcome to join us. Until next week again, Shabbat Shalom. We continue with the YouTube Live. So for those of you who
Shabbat
are
Shalom.
on the video and would like to continue with us, our YouTube page is Hallelujah Ambassadors. You search for us, you like, follow, and subscribe to our page and join in on the conversation. Shabbat Shalom. Good night.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yes, the Bible does not say Big Bang. But for me, there was the earth was without form and void. But when was the earth created?
It was there before, right? Without farm and void.
Was the earth created on the first day?
There's no date as to when the earth was created. The Bible says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. It didn't say when.
So is it possible for there to have been a previous civilization before us? Like,
Eventually.
let's say the angels were on earth first and they were doing their thing, and then they become angels.
No, or
First
from
of
the
all,
book of Enoch. Right?
I would just say that angels were not earthly beings. You have to know what is earthly. Man was made from the dust of the earth. There's nothing there that tells us that angels were created from the dust. They were not earthly. Man is the most intelligent of all the animals that God created.
So how could non-earthlings reproduce with earthlings?
Well,
If
Like, Malik could speak in the mic.
yeah. So to answer your question, I would say the angel, the fallen angels, we want to refer to them as atmosphere. These angels, they have power superior to what humans have. So they could change form. When they came to earth, they appeared as men. Right? So all the records that we have of angels appearing, they appeared as men. Look at the case of Sodom and Gomorrah with Lot and the two angels that went. One, they appeared as men. The men of the city were going crazy over them. They wanted to know these two fresh meat that came in, the two new men that came in. They wanted to know them. And these were angels. So, in the same way that they could take on human form in Sodom and Gomorrah, even in the earlier cases in Genesis 6, where it says the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful. Yeah, they have that ability.
So do you think they have that ability today or no?
No, today,
Hmm.
no,
Never.
because now they have been held in chains of darkness, waiting for their destruction. There's limited power that is given to
You mean
them.
angels in general or those specific ones?
Those fallen
So the
angels.
fallen angels
The
from
good
that time.
ones, the good ones
Because I do
stay.
think they still, in my opinion, I do think
The
angels
good ones.
generally, the good ones, still can do that.
So
Oh.
are the fallen angels like right now bound, or are they still out there
Loose.
loose and
Creating temptation and stuff.
They bound.
because there's this thing where um okay, I watch a lot of stuff on internet and they show
So
you like
you being a scientist.
yeah, the World Wide Web. So they're showing you pictures of, let's say, like let's say they show you a picture of Elvis Presley,
Mhm.
and then they show you a picture of some former president of the United States, and they like look at their face structure. They're like, it's the same face structure, and they point out like, look, he has
The
a scar,
dimple.
a dimple, or he has a scar right here, or he has a scar underneath his eye, or right here, and like, look, both men have the same exact scar and the same exact mole in the same exact place, and they look alike. Like they could be father and son.
Mm.
And like
A clone.
they saying it's the same people, just
Reincarnated.
just just doing their bodies over again. So it's like fallen angels just living.
Okay.
Yeah. So like the Epsteins and these people that going around, um, it's just people that never really died, but they just kept living. They
Listen,
fallen
Okay.
angels.
So
listen what Jude said. Jude.
Second.
I'm going to read from verse 5.
Mhm.
Like Jude is just one chapter.
Mhm.
I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this, or that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believed not, and the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day. Right? So these fallen angels, he have them reserved in chains.
So all the
Um,
fallen angels and all. So so who out here doing wickedness?
Okay, so
who is the adversary now? Who's the one?
so the chains give them limited movement. They're still, when we talk about demons, right? They are still active. And so we know that they have limited power, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. So when you have the set apart spirit or the Holy Spirit within you, those demons, they fear you, they tremble when they hear the name of Yahuwah or the name of Yahusha. They know that they cannot stand against him. They know him well.
so then who exactly are the demons?
The fallen angels.
But if some of them are bound, because there is scripture that says that would give the assumption that they are bound right now.
Yes, like the one that I just read there
Because yeah,
in
and there's
Jude.
Second Peter as well.
And
Go ahead.
Second Peter.
Read Second Peter over here.
I'll just skip to that part. For if God did not spare the angels who sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved for judgment.
So all of them.
And I think it doesn't say all, so
And when?
but
Listen, the access
that's why
that
it's
they
saying
had. Remember
it cast
these.
down, they're in chains waiting for judgment day.
'Cause
So right now
this sound like
they
from when they
bound?
were cast out of heaven, they were put in these chains and all these things, having all these
But
restrictions.
remember the Testament of Solomon. The Testament of Solomon shows us where he could have summoned them and used them to build the temple. But in summoning them, they also have an angel who is up in heaven and is in the angel of hosts who have dominion over them who are down here.
Yeah.
So even though they're here, they don't just have free reign. They don't just have free ruling to do whatever they want. They are still subjective to the ones above. So when Solomon summoned them, he also have to summon the one from above to keep that one in check in order to carry out the task to build the temple. So
And those pyramids too.
yes, and the pyramid. Yeah, there are so many things that are created that are in the world that you see made, and you wonder how they are created, how they are made. Even with the latest technology and machines that we have, it still can't do what is done before,
Check those.
because those stuff were created by these fallen angels.
I believe so. After reading the Wisdom of Solomon,
Testament
the
of
Testament of Solomon,
Yeah.
that he actually employed
You know what I think?
those angels. But listen to this reading in Revelation 12 and verse 7. It says, "And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him." So they were cast out into the earth. Peter and Jude tells us that they are bound in chains. It's saying that there is some restriction on him. It's like when we go to Revelation 20 and you hear that the devil will be put into a bottomless pit and with chain will be locked in that pit. Is that do you believe it will be a physical hole somewhere in the earth?
But isn't he supposed to be so in line with the Jude? Isn't he supposed to be already one of the fallen angels who is already in chains?
Oh, the
The
devil.
devil.
So understand what we're talking about is spiritual
Wow.
beings.
Mm.
Yeah. So isn't he already supposed
Right?
to be
So
bound?
is the restriction that is placed on them, they cannot go back to heaven. As you know, like in the case of Job, where Satan would present it, the sons of God presented themselves, and the devil presented himself also. When they asked, "Where are you coming from?" he said, "From going up and down in the earth and going to and fro in it."
Yeah.
Right? But no, he doesn't have that access anymore.
Or is it because we're in the 1,000-year reign where the devil and his angels are bound?
No, it wouldn't, Joel. Okay. Listen, the devil and his angels, as to be reading the scriptures, they're being, when I say being bound, it's not complete bound like the 1,000-year reign. Because in the 1,000-year reign, it said that he would be completely bounded, that he would not be able to tempt
Tempt
anyone, right?
Right.
But currently, we're still being tempted. We're still being feed these urges to commit sin, tempted by the adversary, which is the devil and his angels. So now, what it's saying is that the bound that they have is that they are restricted to what they can do. So they so you imagine this. As humans, our knowledge have increased so much that they're starting to clone. They're starting to create people to make clones. Right?
Create
No,
people to
so-
make clones.
so-
But look how far they gone now that two men can make a baby now.
So imagine, as humans,
Imagine.
we're doing that. So you don't think the devil, if he wanted people to worship him, he could have done that long time ago to create his own people to worship him? But he is restricted that he can't do that. That's a restriction placed on him by the Most High. So it's just restrictions as to how much damage they can do. When he went to Job, and he asked about Job, he said, "Do anything you want." Yeah, give him the permission to do anything except touching the life of Job.
Yes.
So you still he get the restrictions from the Most High.
So you see, the whole thing about this evolution theory and how things evolve. It's just a denial or a failure to accept that there is a creator. You know?
I, if I would put another spin to, as I said, the first question I asked in the beginning, is it either or can it be a mixture? Because I would say it's a mixture. Because the evolution, parts of the evolution theory, and how things evolve, and the expansion and everything, and all and different species and everything, it could be the work of God. Still, the same energy that they're talking about, like creating this thing, is still the work of God that's happening over the time. So even when, as we know in scripture, we say one day is 1,000 years to God, and 1,000 years is one day. So it's like, okay, so if he could do it, if he took that time as predicted in the Big Bang Theory to create the world how it is, it's still him. It's still credit to him. It's still his doing. It's still his energy. Still his move, his command. So as I say, it's not. I wouldn't. I would. I don't put it as either or, but I think it's a combination of the two, to an extent.
And for me, okay, we don't see evolution. So let's read and what was supposed. Charles Darwin was a believer and never excluded the creator or an intelligent designer from the evolution theory. So it's not that evolution happened without a creator.
Exactly.
So, for instance, I was saying that, let's say we have black people or we have white people. We all came from one source. We were all, if you believe the Bible, all of us come from Adam.
Or you could say from Noah.
Even further down from Noah.
Yeah. Noah.
Yeah. But if you want to be 100% accurate, you say
From Adam.
say from Adam. All right?
Yeah.
Everybody come from Adam.
But then you ask the question, who was the message given to not kill Cain? Where those people come from?
So Cain brothers and thing, because that's in the book of Enoch, Jubilee or Enoch, man. It there. Because Cain went and go marry his sister and go over the land. But yeah. So we have Asian people, we have black people, we have white people,
You have different races.
we have different races
And how did
And-
these different
and-
races come about if it's only from one source?
from one source. Now, what you notice is that people that live more in the colder regions or higher, up north, have a paler skin complexion. Is that a form of
Evolution, adaptation.
adaptation? Adaptation. We're not going to call it evolution.
Adaptation. I don't have a problem with the term used, adaptation.
But adaptation is a form of evolution.
No, we will adapt according to climate.
Yeah. So that's
Our
just-
features will change according to diet.
and that's the same thing that they were saying that, like, well, that's the same theory that the scientists use and say that these people were living close to the water, or this animal was living close to the water. So you see a similarity between a fish and a lizard, or a horse and a seahorse. This horse went out to sea, stayed in the water, become a seahorse. I don't know.
Which scientist is that?
I don't know.
Joy just making up something.
I don't know which animal they say come close to each other, but I'm just saying they have a horse and a seahorse.
Okay,
Anyway,
so
so you say then that these animals adapt according to the culture that they're in or the climate. I don't have a problem with that. They're intelligent enough, and we were created with that intelligent design that we can adapt to survive in different conditions. That is how great our God is, the Creator is. That's how
So,
great the God of Israel is.
yes, Leonard Jr., he says, yes, it is. Evolution theory says the creation adapts to survive their environment. Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
So, now, but so you're saying that if you and I, Joy, should go to live in Canada, oh, okay, let's say you and Stacy, yes, you and your wife go to Canada to live with your children, King and Eze, and not just the southern part of Canada, but you gone all the way to the north, almost close to the North Pole, right? Northern climate. And she's saying that in the next 50 to 100 years, your generations will change skin tone, even if they stay
Yeah,
married
yeah,
to
they,
black.
Definitely.
their skin pigmentation, they're getting less sunlight.
They will
Um,
lighten up. They
they-
might not be white.
They might
but they
you
would
might
lighten
not
up.
consider them white, but
No, they wouldn't
But
be
they might,
considered
they might
white,
become
but
Amalia
They
color.
would, they would lighten up.
they lighten up. Yeah.
the lack
Yeah.
of sunlight,
Okay.
they would change.
Like if Amalia went and live north, she can become
Yeah, when I was in Holland, like this is
that's dark skin.
yeah. If you have to see me when I was in the cold, I was pale white.
see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a difference based on where we are, is adaptation. And if that went on for generations, it would be,
Definitely.
yeah, you change. You can say they adapt
No,
or
listen,
they,
I have a
oh,
question.
Lisa, the question I asked for evolution is, where did the first life form come from? So where did the first, because okay, so before they had it at amoeba, but they're going further back to say that something else is what sprung and become
Whatever initiate the sun, because the sun is what it is. That is a start everything. Because the sun gives off the heat, which causes the energy and everything. So whatever initiate that sun creation,
but the problem is the sun is a ball of gas. Why is this ball of gas? Where is this gas continually coming from to continue to burn?
matter.
They say the sun is just there and it's a ball of gas that's just continuously burning. It not really
Comments on the screen there.
But that
Or
but that would
questions.
be the first. As your question is asking about the first life, but the sun being a living thing.
yeah.
What? What you say about the sun being a living thing?
But then the first, the energy source
Uh-huh.
that caused everything else to be created according to evolution will be the sun.
Oh, according to evolution.
Mm. But we believe that God
But
created.
we know who make the sun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Whatever else cannot survive without the sun, we know who make the sun. That's why you have so many people in the world that
worship the sun. Yes, that's true.
because they believe it is the source of life. And of course, if we lose the sun, everybody on the planet Earth would probably die.
Mhm.
But we that doesn't call for a worship of the sun,
But rather the
or
creator.
But the
rather
creator
the
of the
creator
sun.
of the sun.
Yes. So we have some more comments. So Leonard Jr. said you can say they adapt or they evolve. Atheist scientists will try to use the argument to rule out God, but if anything, the theory is more of an argument for intelligent design.
Exactly.
The question I asked for the Big Bang Theory is what caused the Big Bang and where did those particles come from? And also
That's that. You
light
see,
us.
and that's what I was saying earlier. Like somebody had to create it.
So it has to start somewhere. That's the
Exactly.
spark.
The energy, as they say, energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but there have to be something outside of energy, outside of time, outside of
No, but if it can neither be created or destroyed,
that.
can Yahuwah be created or destroyed?
Exactly. So
So-
he is not part of it. He does not in time, space, and matter. He is not inside of that. So
Exactly. That's so the
so
same thing that is saying about energy.
yeah, so this whole universe where we check everything based on time, space, and matter, he does not need any of those things to be God. He is just there because
Just a spirit
yeah, but
Yeah.
cannot be contained by any of those things.
yeah, but you have spirits that are contained by those things.
Yeah, but I said the creator.
Yeah, the creator, the initial creator, God, Yahuwah, does not have anything of those things.
No limits.
Okay. The last comment from Leonard Jr. Lighter skin, no nose, etc. However, adaptation, evolution takes place over a much longer period of time. So Amalia being in the cooler area, she's not going to have a pointed nose.
well, obviously.
But yes, the skin might change, but you will have a pointed nose.
What?
But with the example you gave with his children,
Yeah, over
Yeah,
50
over probably
years.
Yeah.
yeah,
100 years,
100
200
years,
years,
like-
Yeah.
300 years.
probably like a good
1,000
30
years.
generations down or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's basically what happened. You have Chinese people, you have Indian people. Everybody adapt based on where they are. Where
You can
also
imagine.
what they eat in the soil, whatever coming out of the soil makes you different.
Yes, so, if Joel go to live in China, he blend in perfectly with his eyes.
Just the eyes.
Yeah, because Chinese have black people in their folklore and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, we see mostly that they're just Chinese, but all these different culture, they have these black samurais or black whatever that come inside their culture. That
Well, all
they highlight
races
them.
come from the black man.
yeah,
Adam was black, or
it was made of clay.
it was made from the earth, yes.
Yeah.
So reddish brown, whatever.
I think
think-
sister it was a junior says, I think it is important to distinguish Big Bang arguments separately from evolution arguments. So
So, what's the difference between the two?
one, I believe, says that there's a Big Bang and then everything just became in existence. And evolution is like, okay,
Over a period
Period
of
of
time.
over a period of times,
things
different
evolve.
things evolved or changed based on their environment, based off
And when you start to talk about their needs,
I thought
Yeah.
I always thought that they were intertwined, where the Big Bang happened and then evolution happens. Evolution comes.
It keeps
Yeah, but evolution
going.
comes after the Big Bang. I
Yeah.
thought they were always intertwined.
yeah,
like you said.
I thought that they were of the same ideology.
So,
Not
is-
recognizing a creator.
No,
But-
that's what I'm saying. That's what I thought they were intertwined in the sense that The Big Bang theory is okay. The Big Bang is how it starts, and then over time we evolve, which
Yeah,
is the evolution
which is
theory.
evolution.
So, but then the way Leonard Jr. said that it's important to distinguish the two, it seems like I am mistaken. So that's why I asked the question. So he said, no, they are not the same. Interesting.
See.
Yeah. But it's just
I thought they were the same or closely related, the same ideology.
No,
Um,
okay, continue.
as he's saying there is that the evolution theory from Darwin, it does recognize the creator, the intelligent design.
Yeah.
oh, and for those listen, what is intelligent
Yeah.
design means that basically like let's say if you have a book that is cover to cover and just words going into it and making sense. If you have just the words scrambled, maybe something just did it. But if you have the words together and it can make sense and it's in a sentence and all these things, then you could read and make a conscious decision or understand something that is written in it, then it must have somebody who intentionally put the book together. And so, since everything on earth contains DNA, which is basically like a book of how we are, so with a manual,
made
with
up.
instruction, how we are to make up, how we're supposed to have eyes, what color our eyes supposed to be, hands, fingers, five, what they call these?
Your
Fingers,
fingertips.
Yeah, but they don't call them fingers. They call them something else.
Receptors.
Digits or something. So I don't know. But whatever it is, but it's like DNA basically spells out what you're supposed to be made up of and how you're supposed to be. So that basically means that needed an intelligent designer, somebody who created it, because just like the book couldn't just make itself, we couldn't just make ourselves.
Okay. So,
So I just
Amanda, you want to
checked-
read?
No, I just checked. Quick search.
Yeah,
ChatGPT.
I have a Google search too. But you want to
Yeah.
read Leonard Jr.'s?
for the intelligent design.
No, not intelligent. The difference in Big Bang
Big Bang
theory
and
and
Yeah.
evolution.
Yeah, I have something here
And
to
it
read.
kind
yeah.
of goes hand in hand with how I see it, where it's a bit, I don't want to say it's not the same thing, but it's one came first. So the Big Bang theory is again how the universe come to be, and right after you have evolution, which talks about how the different species, humans as well, just kept evolving over time until what they are today.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay, so we have some comments there, and then I'm going to. Okay, let me read. Let me read what I have here first. So it says here the Big Bang theory and the theory of evolution are not directly connected. They address different scientific questions. The Big Bang explains the origin and expansion of the universe 13.8 billion years ago, while evolution explains the development of biological life on Earth. They are distinct, evidence based theories, not one single concept. The Big Bang Theory focuses on physics, cosmology, and the creation of space, time, matter, and energy. Theory of evolution focuses on biology, explaining how life changes through genetic mutations and natural selection. So the connection, while they are distinct, they are linked in the context of a timeline of the universe, which is what Amalia just said.
Yeah.
The Big Bang created the conditions, stars, planets, elements, and so Big Bang created the conditions required for life to later emerge.
And evolve.
So they said the 13.8 billion. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
Well, you cannot dispute the age of the earth, because the Bible will say, in the beginning. It didn't tell you when was the beginning.
yeah,
If you can, what we can talk about is how long since man has been on the earth.
Which is 6,000 years.
yeah. So
Right.
what they judge the size of the age of the earth or the age of the universe on is basically the same thing I was saying about they
The
say that
carbon
it's
matter.
The carbon
no,
dating.
no. Remember they say that it's spreading apart.
Oh, yeah.
So they check the speed and rate at which it's spreading apart and say, okay, so from here so to there, it take this amount of time. So that means it's been moving for this amount of time in that direction. So then 13.8 billion years ago, it was just one thing.
Like what they say right now, Africa is dividing.
Yeah, I saw something like that, but I have to go back and read it and watch it.
Okay, so we have here from Leonard Jr. Charles Darwin, the original author of the evolution theory, was a Christian believer. He believed in the creator and observed evolution in the birds and other creatures in the Galapagos Islands. Based on their diets and environment, the finches. Okay, let me read from here because that's far for me to read. The finches had variations in their beaks and wings, and that made it better for them to survive their environment. The original evolution theory also stated facts about how plant life competes to survive through their root and shoot systems. Creationism holds that a divine creator brought the universe into existence. That is Sister Lisa also saying that about the creation. So, yes, when I read this, the difference between the Big Bang theory and the theory of evolution, I still find them intertwining in a sense. It's two different theories, but I still
They're looking
find
at it from two different
time
timelines.
point. Yeah, timeline. Exactly. So the Big Bang is talking about the very beginning, the existence, the existence of matter, space, time, energy, everything. While evolution theory is how everything adapt to their surroundings and mutations and everything. And everybody is supposed to know what is mutation after we've heard about COVID-19, the Delta Alpha, all the all the mutation of the COVID virus. Yeah.
and so animals also survive through natural selection. So generally the stronger horses, if you're mating horses, you might want to mate the stronger horses together so that you could get a stronger breed that could do whatever work you needed to do, or the
Or your
donkey,
chariot.
yeah, yeah, or whatever animal that we do crossbreeding also to help ourselves. So like even the banana that we eat now, the banana that you eat now is
GMO.
not natural because we crossbreeded the banana because it was having too much pesticides and was causing the death of the plants. Plus, it wasn't lasting long enough to make it to the States on American shelves. There's a whole crazy story about that, where America did their thing again in the region and caused a lot of loss of lives. But yeah, we do practice this. They have the pear, which is the avocado pear, which is the purple one. They say that was also unnatural. A lot of the foods, seedless watermelon. Everybody get those.
Once is the
Seedless
seedless,
grapes.
because the things were created with the seed in them.
Yeah, so all these things have
That is
been,
what was given to us as food.
yeah,
All the fruits must have
and they
seed in
they,
them.
they grow
Broccoli.
them, broccoli. Yeah, a lot of, and they tell you that broccoli is so healthy, which it might be healthy, but you never know what they have in the background. I eat too much bananas to say anything about anybody. So yeah.
And anyway, so when we look at this Big Bang evolution theory, trying to find out what happened in the past, I think it is also beneficial for us to look at what the Bible says of the future. Does it talk about a new heaven and a new earth that will be made? Or is it a renewed heaven and a renewed earth?
So, sorry, but Lenway Jr. is emphasizing on the point that evolution theory never disputed creation or proposed an alternative to God as creator. It only proposes that the creation changes over the time to adapt to their environment. So it's not that you disputing the existence of God, but that the creation that is created by God adapt to their environment.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you made a point a while ago that
Yes, I'm saying while we're here looking at the historical part of it to find out the beginning of
so,
life,
and so now you're looking forward to the future.
what the Bible says about the future,
Yes.
you know, that would help us to understand our process that we are going through. Why
So
we are
there's
here
another
now.
evolution about to come.
Another?
Another evolvement about to come.
No, that evolved.
It's evolved when we'll change from mortal to immortal.
Yeah, changing from immortal to immortal and the earth becoming
The earth will be renewed, the
renewed.
mountains will be flattened, the valleys will be filled.
Yeah.
All of that will be done by the Creator Himself. He's going to do all these things. And so we know that whatever we see happening within the universe, it's under His control. And that is why He's worthy of our praise. He's worthy to be worshipped.
Yes. I guess the next topic we'll have to do is the flat earth versus the globe.
No, you just think about the greatness of His creation, the whole system, how everything
Good point.
works,
Mhm.
Yeah.
interdependence of plants and animals. We breathing out the carbon dioxide, the plants giving us the oxygen. We're interdependent. The ocean, we're totally, the whole earth function is to sustain life,
Sustain life and all life.
all life.
Yes. A point that is made by Leonard Jr. It's a very good point. It says that the new body is going to be fit for our new environment. So when the environment change, we have to have new bodies to fit to live in that environment. I saw like we got disconnected a while ago. We still live. Just give it a thumbs up.
What a smiley face. Say hello. Okay, I guess
I
the chat
guess
is
not.
It's not.
The chat is still down. Okay, you're
Okay.
back.
All right. Good.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
like one of now that we're on the evolution topic, I remember I was watching this documentary. I couldn't remember their name, so I just went and described them to ChatGPT for me to get their name, and I got their name. And it's the Bajau, or it's spelled Bajau people. But I watched a documentary on them where they literally evolved because they're a group of people and they live close to the water where they fish a lot for their
Oh,
living
so
and
they
whatnot.
breed.
Yeah, and over the years, they literally evolved to the point that they had larger spleens and stuff than other regular human beings, and it allowed them they could stay underwater for like 10 minutes.
Longer time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
without coming up. They could dive deep to like 100 feet. That regular humans, if we tried to do that without scuba gear, we would die.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
They're
they could do that
so
without scuba gear. Just
And
Yeah.
so
and
they're the real Aquaman.
and
Yeah.
every
And when
every
you-
generation
yeah,
after
and-
them comes with that DNA difference.
yes. And when they died and they actually did, the science, they actually saw that wait, but these people have larger this, that. Because over the years,
Yeah,
they
to have
basically
developed,
evolved and
evolved.
changed to adapt to that lifestyle.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and it comes into their DNA.
Yeah,
so
but
so it's not just one person it happened to, but
Yeah,
the
as life
generation
the
keep going on,
generation
yeah.
going along. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they continue, they're living in that environment and continue to live that lifestyle as fishermen, keep going out into the sea, then it will be a part of them.
I mean they can get gills.
Who knows?
Who knows?
It's just natural that if you're diving every day, you're going to improve
No, not
on the
not just diving every day, because it's not just the divers, but rather the
Like
people.
their
People.
whole-
Yeah,
The whole
people.
community.
the
but
community.
I'm saying if it's being according adapting to the culture that they're living in, or as fishermen,
Mhm.
then you see the natural process of your everyday activity in diving
Yeah, but
improving.
the thing is that it's not just based on impact.
Oh, we
But
still
Paul,
off. It's showing me on.
It's a
You're saying
live and
unstable.
Okay, so
Yeah, take it back now.
but Paul, it's soon time to close off now anyway.
Yeah.
so what we're noting is that the generation after come with the
They bond a little different. They have something extra to them that.
so
Which they get from the father.
so
But
yeah,
then the
but
father didn't have it. They would reach a point where one father didn't have it, and it started with one child being born with this,
yeah,
and it.
with the that gene
Yeah.
whether
But
defect or
the gene being, the DNA being evolving for that specific environment, that specific task, that
Yeah.
that hobby or lifestyle in that community.
so the spleen being bigger or
Yeah.
the way how they breathe, the chest or whatever cavity is adapted, is changed from not through the process of getting better as a diver, because one might decide to never touch the water, but has
You
As
still
it-
have it
yes,
because the
yes.
whole
because
as a people,
as a
the
people,
whole,
yeah.
Yeah. And the end of it all we have to say is how great thou art.
Mhm.
Then sings my soul.
And what about one last
How
question?
great thou art.
We believe in
We have to come into it.
dragons.
you had this like 5 times already on this podcast.
Dragons?
Yes, you mean like wait a moment, you said dragons, you mean fire breathing dragons or just a big snake?
Dragons.
Yeah, big snake, yeah.
So the
And we read about Bell and the Dragon, Daniel, the story of Daniel, Bell and the Dragon.
okay, so we believe in dragons. Good.
Yeah, so
I just making sure.
scriptures talk about them.
That's
Yes,
the
so we
Chinese.
have some comments to wrap up. The same happened for Eskimos. Their bodies are naturally more insulated with stocky fat to survive the cold. I'm not an Eskimo, by the way. This is the original intent of the theory of evolution. And so let's acknowledge we are evolving. We are seeing where evolution continues today, especially with that story of the Baju.
BAGAU.
Yeah.
Bonjour.
It is natural, but when generations after generations come with greater lung capacity, then that's not just individual improvement. So evolution does not deny that the original source of life is supernatural and divine. Exactly. Our God was great and intelligent enough to design creation in a way that people are still trying to study and understand. Shabbat Shalom. Yes, Shabbat Shalom with your closing point. Thank you very much for your contribution in the chat, and we'll appreciate it. You can come and look forward to you next week.
So when we look at all the world, and all the things that his hands have made, all we can say is how great thou art.
Yes, how great is
Yes.
Him?
How great is our God.
And you know, we sing the song, "Sing with Me, How Great." Yes.
Mm.
Well, I don't know which one of us considered our voice to be the best to be singing. We could have sing the song, but yeah, we'll just wrap up there. Just say the words. How great is our God? Yes. So just want to say thank you for tuning in. This has been a good program. We'll be talking about the creation and the evolution and the Big Bang Theory. I also learned that they are not intertwined per se, but two theories from a different starting point.
Yes.
Yes. So that's interesting to also learn. And we also learn about the Bajau group of people who are evolving to this day. And so we can let the evolution versus intelligent design can be a debate topic at Hallelujah Assembly or a special Truth Seekers edition. Okay. Thank you, Leonard Jr., for the suggestion. Yes, we just want to say Shabbat Shalom to one and all. This has been the Truth Seekers. Truth over tradition. That's what we seek. So we want to say happy Sabbath until next week. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And say Yahuwah bless you and
Keep
keep you. Yahuwah make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
Yahuwah lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Shalom.